So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, once we get connected with the other network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to clarify ourselves how this practice can help for us and why it is important for yourself to keep practice little bit meditation. So as you know, we all are busy with many other activities. And when it comes to life, sometimes what we learn and maybe what we associate, that kind of things become more important than you spending time practicing meditation. But when it comes to life, the one of the important thing that we have to understand, this mind itself is the principal element of the creation or the world. The mind is the Purana. So according to the condition of your mind, whatever the life that you build up, going to change. But sometimes we always look the outside and we don't see the very nature or the condition of our mind. But meditation will help you to see the very nature of the mind and build up it properly and make it more clear and sharp. So that mechanism, once you understand, and you are not going to depend on the outside condition or the outside nature, more and more you are capable to look into yourself and brush up within yourself. That is what we need sometimes. Because in day-to-day life, as ordinary people, we always hold things from outside and we trying to claim it as ours. This is my, that is my. Oh, we kind of like express who I am through outside things. But end of the day, it's not going to bring us the happiness and satisfaction, or it's not going to bring us the development, progress. Remember that, because if you don't get a progress, that you're wasting time. So whatever you claim in your life from the outside things, look at itself, that it has its own way to go away from you by the time. And that's the very nature. So that's why don't depend on the people or the things when it comes to your life, and always have a higher purpose to transform yourself, because that progress day by day bring the understanding, and it bring the very meaning of life. So once you become very clear with the meaning of life, what will happen? The outside people will get the benefit out of you. But if you are hold it to outside things without having any progress yourself, so by the time you get tired, and by the time they will get tired about you also. So then only the disappointment going to happen. So when it comes to this, having the progress within ourselves, why it is so difficult for us, why we always go towards this outside things or the people, and why you always depend from that outside things. The very reason is we so afraid to face for the reality. We have the fear, deeper fear inside us to bring the real who you are. So but that fear is, you can transform to wisdom. So the meditation is a one way that you go into to transform that. So that is what we're going to talk about today. So when it comes to your very sitting, And what happens? Your body start to build up some kind of resistance. And then by the time you feel the pain, it's kind of like a disappointment and restlessness. It's kind of like the anxiety. Maybe 5 minutes okay, 10 minutes okay. If you master the sitting, maybe 1 hour okay. But after that, sometimes you start to experience this all. But this all come out of when you go into the base, where you recognize this all come out of the fear. So when it come to the final goal is the wisdom, gaining the wisdom. So that wisdom is not you go from this place to somewhere else and pick it from there. The wisdom is you recognizing you are itself, your life itself happening right now, right here. As example, when it comes to you, there is no such a thing called future for you separate from this moment. So you are the part of the universe in this very moment. The blood, the go through your body in this very moment. The breathing you experience in this very moment. Each and every muscles and each and every atom in your body. Part of this world. It is not separate from the world. But the thing is, we don't have that wisdom. We have the some kind of desires and some kind of goals to achieve to something, gain something, because deeply we have the disconnection, and the out of that disconnection we build up the fear. So because of that fear, what happens? You always keep running, keep doing things. Why you most of time in day-to-day life? You keep doing things. Because somewhere the shadow of fear is pushing you. Or if you don't do this will happen, if you don't do that, that will happen. So kind of like that. Doing things, nothing wrong with that. But when you do it with the fear-based intention, it's always going to build up the fear. So that is what you have to understand. Always we keep running. So it's never going to end. That is what itself called the samsara, the repetition of actions. But now we come to the point to see deeply. And when it comes to the meditation, rather than looking the outside result, it has ability to see the cause itself. That is the very purpose of meditation. Rather than go towards the result, see the cause, that what you experience. So when it comes to that, you recognize it always things you experience because of grasping, clinging, holding. And that is the depth of you. Things exist. Always holding. And as a result of that, what happened? The fear arises. So once you come to sitting, what happens physically? This all start to boil out. And that's why the pain, that's why the disappointment, the resistance, this all you experience, restlessness. But if you are capable, it's another way we call it the stress, the physical stress and the mental stress in the day-to-day life, you know what it is. So, but now with the sitting, you experience the physical stress. So with the sitting, if you recognize that when the stress happens, what happens? It triggers your thoughts. And then what happens? Thoughts start to push you to take actions. So mentally the same. When the situations come, you start to think. It's to start to trigger some kind of thoughts, and then it take you to actions. So the stress is very necessary, but at the same time, once you capable to handle the stress, it will take you to the next step, conquer the fear. So with the sitting, that is what physically in the very first level that you have to do. That's why, as you know, the Buddha, before he attained to the Buddhahood, that day night, the full moon day night, and he determined himself, because 6 years he went through many practice. He determined himself, not to others. He not shout to others. He not blame to others. He determined himself. This is it. I'm done with this whole practice and, the yogic methods and the meditation things and that, all kind of like that. I'm done. So today I'm going to sit here, and even I die, let me die. I'm going to attain to the liberation. So this is my last sitting. And with that determination, he determined himself. Even this body part, came out. This all the joints, disconnect. All these muscles, get out of the body. I'm not going to give up today. So that stress transformed to energy. So it is very necessary, because once you sit, just imagine, it's naturally built up. Oh, this is enough. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, this is enough. Oh, I have to do that. I have to do this. Oh, this is enough. So your mind start to bring many thoughts, and it start to reason, and it start to comparison. It start to bring all the logics, and it start to offer everything for you to get out of the practice. So this is what happened in day-to-day life. But end of the day, it is just a thought. It's just a thought that push you out of your own practice, push you out of your own determination. How many times it happened? It happened every day, everywhere in our life. Whatever you determine yourself for tomorrow, you may start there. Maybe sometimes before you start, it pushes you out of it. So this stress level build up the fear. And if you have no wisdom to deal with your own stress and understand, this is just a thought. Nothing else. This is just a thought. And deal with that and see why that thoughts come from there, from where it comes, why it trigger the fear. Then you will see deeply underneath your desires, hold it to some kind of things. And it can be with our own inner feelings, and the outside things, the people, many. But finally, somehow, it all related to clinging, holding, grasping. So that's why we can't change. That's why we go back to the same place. again and again. Then when you move, but it go back to, and then it create a kind of like a circle. It not allow you to get out of the gravity. It doesn't take you out of the journey. So the journey, you feel every day you're doing something, but you go back the same circle. That is the samsara. So then yourself determine. So when you feel stress physically, when you feel the pain, discomfort, and little by little develop the wisdom, develop the strength to be with it. So that's a technique that you can physically practice a little bit. And rather than just reacting to it and get out of it, build up the ability to be with your own discomfort. That is where your progress going to come. You know, sadness, worry, disappointment, failure, unsatisfaction, if you can deal with that just by yourself, within your own head, you win the life. There is nothing else. Why we fail, even in the very conventional life, forget about his spirituality. In this very conventional life, what is the failure means? Failure means we can't just handle our own thoughts. When that thought doesn't mean, it doesn't mean when that your thoughts go in the very comfort zone, we all good. But how about if the turbulence happens? Sadness, worry, disappointment, failure, you know, unsatisfaction, shame, you know, the blame. If you can handle that, if you can keep the balance when that kind of situations come, you know, and you have a progress in your life. But the thing is, why we can't handle, because when whatever the situation take us to react to it in a certain way with the fear. So that's why in the very first level, get into the setting. Another thing is that the very next level, with the primary mental object. And there are a lot of people talk about, oh, what the point, you just, focus to this or that. Why you keep thinking about something, just inhalation, exhalation. There are people say many things. But if you look into a little bit, if you can do it, it is okay that you criticize it. But you start to look into yourself and, try to concentrate a little bit and keep your mind a little bit in one place. You can't. Because of you can't, blaming to is not fair. If you can do it, and if you know how to do it, and then if you don't get a result out of it, then if you criticize, it is okay. But if you can't, and if you fail, and because of that, rather than criticizing, just accept you can't do it. It's okay. Everybody don't need to do this. Everybody can't do this. But what happens once you focus to the primary mental object, once you are capable to keep settle down your mind in one place, the stress that you build up inside your own head with the thoughts, with the ideas, desires, and start to settle down, you are capable to handle that turbulence within yourself. And when it comes to tranquility meditation, that is one result that you gain. Rather than actions, because once you act, remember, once you make a move, once you say something or do something, it doesn't matter, you collect the entire, all the wealth in the world, and you try to pay back and reverse that what you did or what you say, you can't do it. You can't do it. So that's why it is very important for us to little bit step back, withdraw from our own bodily, verbally, mentally actions. So for that, you need some kind of strength. You need some kind of balance. You need some kind of wisdom. The thing is, without practicing, without knowingly, naturally it's not going to happen. If it is naturally happens, when we look at our human history, even when we look at our own life, we know ourselves. There's no any wisdom came to us by itself to handle this life in a more better way. So what happened every day? All our desires, greed, hatred, and the delusion overtake each and every action in each and every corner in our world. And everybody try to show off with their self-centered ideas. I am, I am, I am. So when it comes to social medias, internet, most of time what happens? Everybody try to say, I am better than you, I am better than you, I have this, I have that. And this self-centered mind, they're so powerful than we think. So that's why without some practice, without some wisdom, itself not going to happen. So then practicing meditation will give an opportunity for yourself to deal with that insight. And the primary mental object, once you are capable to just settle down rather than go with your thoughts, even though it's go here and there, bring it back again and settle down. And once you experience the undisturbed mind within yourself, it brings the confidence yourself to see things as it is. So that is one skill that you have to have. Because if you can't see things as it is, how are you going to recognize how it come to be as it is? So then why we can't see things as it is? Because our mind, our thoughts overtake the moment of experience, and most of time, rather than seeing these outside things as it is, or even our own inner experience as it is, we see the reflection or the creation of the imagination. So that is the thing. And if you caught up in that imagination, you may miss the life, you may miss the world, the nature. So in the very first level, and most of time, at least forget about the world, at least it is your birthright yourself to know who you are. So that is a very difficult part to see for us, because sometimes we don't know who we are. We do this or everything, but still we don't know who we are. And sometimes, oh, I know who I am, I know what to do, I know how to do, we say things. But end of the day, sometimes it doesn't work. We still don't know who we are. So at least before you die, if you know who you are, it's not idea. You will build up the very clarity and see. Then it's worth for you. Just imagine if you die without knowing who you are, what's the point? How we can say we live this life? So that's why practicing meditation in the tranquility level give you this understanding. Once you have that tranquility understanding, remember, that's not going to help you to gain the liberation. For the liberation or the nibbana, or to have the complete transformation, you have to have the different wisdom. So in that very level, you have to have a very clear mind to observe without any methods, without any technique, and with the total freedom to see things as it is and recognize how things come to be as they are. And it starts within your own form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. What you experience, you recognize it, how it come to be as experience. When you feel, you recognize how it come to be as feeling. When it come to thoughts, you know you have thoughts, but you don't know how it happens. But now in the vipassana level, you gain the wisdom how your thought happens like that. And we know we have a consciousness, or we have the mind, but we don't know how it come to be as mind. So in the vipassana level, it gives the total clarity and understanding. So gain that wisdom is a different way of understanding life. But before we go into that, you have to work in this conventional life, and with this body and the mind, and with this how to handle the turbulence, how to handle unsatisfaction, how to handle the stress, and how to handle this pain, and how to handle this disappointment, and how to handle the fear. Once you know that, your journey going to become more and more successful. So that's a progress you gain through your life out of your practice. So don't allow to stress to become something bad. It is a kind of like something that soiled. You need to grow. Don't allow that failure, unsatisfaction, disappointment, blame, shame, and others' criticism or others' opinion. Don't allow it to become bad. Use it as the soil to grow yourself. Learn to handle it. Keep the balance. Knowingly this, you are a part of the world. And knowingly, you are experiencing life right now, right here. It's complete. Because if it is not complete, you can't experience the life. You already gone then. You are not here then. You complete. That's why you experience it. So don't wait to experience life. So once you settle down with that, what happens that all the stress start to become the energy, and then it's not going to trigger the fear. And once you get out of the fear, what happens? The attachment that you hold, clinging, grasping, that everything start to untangle, release, because the fear is the energy, keep it, hold it to things. You hold it to your husband, wife, children, friends, and family, or the material things, or the wealth, believe this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, because of the fear. But now you gain the freedom out of the fear, and it release the attachment. It give the total freedom for yourself inside. So in the conventional level, you maintain your life with others, but deeper, you don't have any more attachment. Deeper, you don't have any more fear. Deeper, you don't have any more unbalance. So that progress, when it happens within yourself, it allows you to grow, and you will experience the very next moment. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself. And reflect to yourself. Supateva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it. And little by little, try to sharp and be very clear with your own recognition. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Supreme Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sambadam punya sambadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idam me punya kammanga savakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.